Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure to subscribe so you have a chance to win. All right, first thing going out is a hat, vintage Ducks Unlimited, and you know how I am, I'll say it for months before I get around to it. Pretty sure it's this one, that I do have a tote I'm gonna put these hats in, but right now I don't need that space just yet, so here we are, double check. Yeah, that's the right one. Ducks Unlimited hat, $22.49 free shipping, and I got that in a lot of 5 or 6 hats that I paid maybe $2.50 for the whole lot, so very cheap. Not a lot of money into that. And $22.49, I'm thinking that was on sale, probably 10% off. Next thing going out is on B3, and it's a vintage, no, this is an antique padlock. It's very cool looking. This one right here by WW and Co. This, if I'm correct on the right one. No, I'm not correct on the right one. Oh, yes, I am. It's just this thing moves side to side. So in the picture, it looks like this with this very cool, would have taken like a skeleton key type of thing. But this is a Civil War era padlock. So, I mean, that's just, I'm not a lock collector. I'm not into locks, but if I was, this would be the type of thing I would collect. I could imagine if I wasn't a reseller and I just came across this at a garage sale, that I would probably buy this anyways if it was cheap enough, just to put in a cabinet or on a shelf or something like that. Very cool, Civil War era, heart-shaped, actually, because you see here it is kind of heart-shaped, so I don't know if that's just something Jen put in or if that's something that the collectors actually care about. Either way, took an offer, $21.50 free shipping. And then next thing going out, felt a little bad for the buyer that didn't buy this. I'll explain in a second. It is Jak and Daxter Trilogy for PS2 plus Jak X Combat Racing. So I think this is all the Jak games for PlayStation 2. Right here, Jak and Daxter, Jak 2, Jak 3, and Jak X Combat Racing. This one is different. This is a racing game, of course, but these are in your Spyro, Ratchet and Clank, that kind of era of platforming games, and these were okay. I was not a huge fan, but clearly somebody is, because they paid $46.99 plus shipping for those. And why I said I felt bad for the buyer that didn't get them, I was in the process of working through a deal with a gentleman, I think it was a gentleman, doesn't really matter, with a buyer that wanted to buy that lot plus the Ratchet and Clank lot that I had, and they said, how much if I buy them both, blah, blah, blah. We arrived at a total price, and I said, just go ahead. Like, it's always, I need to go through this process as a buyer so that I know how it's working on their end, because it seems to be something different than it used to work. Because I said, just purchase the items, but don't pay for them, and I'll invoice you. And they said, I don't know. The one's saying I have to pay immediately, which I don't have that set up in my store. You do not have to pay immediately for any of my items. I know a lot of people were happy to have that. The amount of times it's useful for me to allow someone extra time greatly over exceeds the amount of times where someone doesn't pay. In my personal store, in my situation, that's how it's worked out. So you do not have to pay immediately for me. So I didn't know why that was a thing. And I said, okay, well, let me look, da-da-da. And they had messaged me in the middle of the night with that message. And so the next morning, I messaged them back and said, okay, well, we can try to figure it out. And they said, well, never mind, one of them sold. And I said, okay, well, it's a bummer for you, but somebody came by and paid full asking price, because I was going to give them a bundle deal. And so I'm not mad about it. I just kind of feel bad because it was multiple messages. They were really trying to get all of it, and I wasn't giving them a significant deal. It was, I think I said, how about we do $10 off each one, and then I'll combine shipping, so that'll save you about $30. They thought that was fair, and yeah, I mean, I would have liked to sell both of them at the same time, but I also liked not having to give $10 off. So $46.99 plus shipping going out the door. Next thing going out on C4 is a Pyrex Vision amber glass, C1234, waffle bottom pan right here. And this is one of those items I've said before that I can't help myself if it's cheap enough, because you'll find this at a garage sale for $1. So if it's clean and cheap, I'm still going to pick it up. Because I'll say that. Like, I'm never buying one of these again. But if I see it and it's $1 and I know that I can get $14.99 plus shipping and it's already clean, I probably will still buy it. But I shouldn't. I should not be buying that. When I started with my store, that would have been a prime thing to buy. I had space. I didn't have 1,200 items in my store. When you start, you have 3, 10, 15, and then it grows and grows and grows, and you can have a bunch of these sitting around. It's not a big deal. And you can take extra time packing because it's not your full-time job. It's just something you're kind of doing on the side, and you'll have 2 or 3 sales a week. None of that matters when you're at that level. But when it's a full-time job and you're trying to churn things out, and all the time I spend packing that, all the time I spend cleaning that, I could be spent selling other things, listing other things, sourcing better things. The value of that time has gone up beyond the value of that item. I hope I wrap that back around. Sometimes I'll go off on a tangent, and then when I edit, I realize, oh, you never came back around to your point. Anybody that watches, you're probably already aware of that. So $14.99 plus shipping on that one. And this is the time of year when you always want to front run when something's going to sell. So this is the time of year you sell, you list, you pull out of your death pile your cooking ware, your home goods, because you got the holidays around the corner. I know it's pretty, you don't want to talk about Christmas yet, but Thanksgiving, Christmas, you want to list not in fourth quarter the stuff that's gonna sell in fourth quarter. You want to list that the season before. List your Christmas items now. Your Halloween items should have already been listed. And this is for people with death piles. I don't work like that. I mean, you can take a look. I'm not lying. This right here, which is disorganized, so it's not even that much stuff, this is my back stock. That's it. Beyond that, I got some books and I got some records, but that's it. I don't work with a death pile. That's just dollars. That's why people call it a money pile, because that's just dollars sitting around. That's just dollars you've locked up. Don't do it. List it. And if you can't list at the same rate you're bringing stuff in, stop buying stuff. The stuff will not disappear. The stuff will still be there. You'll miss out on something, but there'll be something else. There's always stuff to sell. eBay is not a new business. Resale is not a new business. People come into this business. People work people have retired from eBay, okay? People have started at the beginning, worked the whole time, and retired. So it is not going anywhere. I complain a lot, but it's not this type of business is not going anywhere. So don't let your death pile get overwhelming. List the stuff. Stop buying. Put the brakes on. Next up is a couple VHS. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. All right, it's these two right here, Star Trek Deep Space Nine. It's just individual episodes, episode 44 and episode 56. They come with these, it's like a photo card you can get out. That has no value. I made sure to check on that, see if I can get them graded or something. But no, that's a mass-produced thing. It has no value. And I went to pull them out of the store to put them in my garage sale this year. And I had 2 individual listings, both $9.99 free shipping. I said, let me put them back in, bundle them together, and I put them at $9.99 free shipping, and they sold through International Global Shipping Program. So someone paid $9.99 free shipping to me, then they paid some crazy amount of money to get it from Kentucky to wherever they live. And yes, it would be better, cheaper to do that through simple export rate, through pirate ship, whatever the other option is eBay offers. I don't remember what it is, but I don't even want to do international shipping. I know I'm missing out on sales, but at least with the global shipping program, I'm relatively completely covered, and then there's no worries. My other option would be to not sell internationally. That's it. It wouldn't be to do more internationally. It would be to do none, because there's the percentage of times I've been burnt on international packages is much higher. The number of times is much lower because I sell less international, but the percentage of times is much higher. Next up, C3B is a vintage 1982 twirly, I think it said. Barbie something or other. I'll get you the better details. My feet start moving before I'm done reading, and I listen to the feet. It is a twirly curls top superstar era 1982 number 5579. Also, I knew there was a bunch of details in that bag, so I knew once I got there I could give you the deets. $15.99 free shipping for that. The Barbie clothes have picked up a little bit, and some of the higher end stuff has been selling. $15.99 is not crazy money, but for what it is, I mean, chuck it in a bag, make 10 bucks. That's pretty good. Next up is PS2 Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duel of Roses, if I'm remembering correctly. And I did go through the hassle of, which not really a hassle, but I alphabetized these just to make it easier because I had a bunch. And I'm kind of letting the PS2 games sell off just a little bit. And then I'll go back and do the same thing with the Xbox games that I have sitting around until I have a better way to store them. But this one right here, this was one of the big ones, one of the best ones from that lot. The Duelists of the Roses. The Duelists of the Roses. $29.99 free shipping on that one. The best one in the lot was a Godzilla game. Let me grab it out real quick just so you can... I had never seen it before, but it's good. This one right here was like 60 or 65 bucks, complete with manual, free shipping, of course. But keep an eye out for that one, of course. That's I won't call it a bolo because that's not. I've never seen that game before. But if you happen to see Godzilla PlayStation 2, that's the big money. So $29.99 for PS2 Yu-Gi-Oh! Going out the door, and this one actually is worth a lot more money if you do have the 3 limited edition official game cards inside. I think that adds a significant amount, like 20 bucks or something if you have the cards. Next thing going out on D2 is a Dymo Letra tag right here. And this is one of those items that I got so many lowball offers on. There's just certain items that I don't know if it's the clientele for that item or it has to be. It has to be this, because there'll be a certain item and you'll get 3 or 4 offers and they'll be ridiculous. This is a free shipping item. Went full price, $19.99 free shipping. People were sending me offers of $8, $5, $10. What kind of world do these people live in that you think I'm going to ship this to you for $8. I'm going to make negative dollars to send this to you. Oh, here's a gift. I don't understand. I do think that some people think eBay, like Amazon, has their own products. I think they forget that on the other end of these eBay stores, these eBay products, is just a person in their garage with a camera in their face. But I don't know. I understand it. And I guess that'll be tip of the day. And the tip of the day is be vigilant and already have a general idea of what you will accept for best offers. Especially if you have free shipping, be aware of where that cutoff is of where, am I going to make any money on this deal? Is this a complete waste of time? Am I going to lose money on the deal? Those are things you need to be aware of when you list it. I'm not saying you got to memorize it, but you got to have some idea so that when they come in, you don't got to go through all this stuff and go back to your listing. Just have a general idea of what you are willing to do if you are going to offer best offer. Because if this was a $19.99 plus shipping item and somebody sent me an offer of $10, I might have taken it. Depending on sales were that day, I would have considered it at least. But $19.99 free shipping, ludicrous. Can't do it. And speaking of that, same thing with this one. This was another one of those items where people kept sending me offers where I would have lost money. It would have cost me money to send it to them. I mean, I know how shipping works because of my job. I guess other people don't. But at a certain point, you just got to have common sense. I mean, even as I'm saying that, No, no. People don't have to have common sense. Most people don't have common sense. They should stop calling it common sense because most people don't have it. It is not common. They need to have uncommon sense. But it is on C2. It is a lot of Goosebumps books. C2, I think it's this small one here. Actually, I know it is. And I wasn't expecting crazy money for this one because it was a very all over the place, whatever was left didn't fit in the bigger lot. Most of them aren't, I think only one of them is from the original series, this number 15. And then the rest are weird reprints, or like this one is a booklet that was from the show. See, TV book number 10. I wasn't expecting crazy money or anything, but again, people were sending me offers for $5. I can't even ship it for $5. Well, it's medium mail, so it would be actually less than $5, but $10.99 free shipping for that one. All right, and next thing going out, I could not be happier. This just came in. It is Treasure Garden CP912. And you've probably seen me pull a lot of these. The CP 902, I've sold, I don't know, 25 of those, 30 of those, and I got one left. But the 912, CP 912, this one here that I only have one of in-house, I have sold a total of 0 of these, but today I sold 2, and now I get to go to storage. That's fun. I guess I probably should have had more than one around, I guess. I don't know. But they weren't selling, so why take up the space? It's a toss-up. And it's one of the only things I have out in storage. So I guess at this point I could bring the rest here. But it's still a pretty big box. Probably won't do that. But for the 2 of those, I don't know if I had them on... No, I didn't. No sale or anything. Full asking price. 2 of those, $65.98 plus shipping. That is awesome. That's a great sale. Glad to have any of those go. It just must be a less popular style of outdoor umbrella, because that's an umbrella cover. And I don't know what the difference is. This one is a cantilever style. So I think that's the ones that they bend down or something. I really don't know. I don't know how umbrellas work. I don't know how outdoor umbrellas work. I don't have one. But yeah, love it. $65.98 for 2 of those going out the door. I'll have to run and get one, of course, but it's a nice day. I'm gonna go for a drive. Great. I love it. Stay positive. That's how you gotta do it. Stay positive. Get to go for a drive, roll down the windows. Doesn't matter that I gotta go the other side of town. It's okay. It's all good. Well, that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.